Atma, Namaste. This is Acharya Stephen Ko, a student of Grandmaster Tuakok Sui. Today we will talk about success. As Grandmaster Cho says, you are destined to be successful. The question is why? First and foremost, you and I are made in the image of God. The soul comes from God. The soul is pure, but not yet perfect. So as we go through our spiritual evolution, we are learning lessons, and as we learn lessons, it allows you to experience little successes that builds on to bigger success. But our attitude is extremely important. Success becomes a manifestation of our spiritual development and our spiritual practice. Now, as you do your meditations and spiritual practice, it's divided into two parts. Okay? A lot of people don't realize that spiritual development is connected to material success. Spiritual development is here, material success is here. With your spiritual development, you have guidance, you have divine energy, and then if you know how to take that energy and apply it into your life, it manifests as success. And I remember Grandmaster Cho used to say, as you do your meditation, as you do your practice, you should become more productive. Otherwise, what's the use of having big chakras if you cannot produce better results than other people? The easiest way to understand it is something like this. If you have a computer with an old processor compared to a new computer with a faster and bigger processor, you can process more information. Yes? Our chakras are like those processors. So as you do your meditation and spiritual practice, the chakras get bigger, spins faster, can process more energy. So if more of those energies go to your throat and your Agnya chakra, for example, this gives you the ability to think in details. This gives you the ability to strategize. So right there and then, you have more energy. So these processing units are able to process more information. You're able to be better at strategizing and then also planning out your day and also your work, your family, and everything else in your life. Next, your basic chakra at the base of your spine. That's the chakra of grounding and materialization. So as that chakra becomes big, your ability to materialize thoughts and ideas becomes faster. You notice there's some people with great ideas, but nothing gets done. Because all the energy is up here, they lack the ability to take that information and physicalize it. So with your spiritual practice and meditation, guess what happens? The basic chakra gets big, all the other chakras get big, so more energy comes in. You can think faster, your mind is clear, you're very dynamic, you get things done. So success is a manifestation of your spiritual practice. All right? Now, let's talk about your heart. Your heart chakra is very important in your success. That's why we highly encourage you to do meditation twin hearts. In meditation twin hearts, your heart chakra gets activated. So this heart chakra being activated allows you to be loving, allows you to be more generous. Success also involves good karma. You notice there's some people, they work very, very hard, they're very smart, and they try to get things done, but they don't seem to get the breaks, they don't seem to get the opportunities. But some people, they barely work, but somehow opportunities fall on their head. You notice that? That's due to good karma. And the nice thing about it is, most people think karma is just something you live with. They don't realize karma is something you can generate, okay? So, if you want to be happy, you give happiness. If you don't want to be upset, don't upset other people. So the way Grandmaster Cho explained it is something like this. You have the law of karma. Yes? Law of karma says, it's a cause and effect. Whatever you project or give to others will come back to you because we're all interconnected. Make sense? It's just like if we're in a pool of water, whatever you do to one part of the pool of water will eventually affect everyone. So just imagine, since we're all interconnected energetically, right? Principle of oneness. Because of this oneness, there's this law of karma. Whatever you do to others will eventually come back to you. That's the law. It's not called the opinion of karma. It's called the law of karma. In other words, your opinion, my opinion, don't matter. It is what it is. Now here's the good news. Just like you have the law of gravity, if I drop this pen, if I don't hold on to it, what will happen? It will eventually hit the ground because there's the law of gravity. Now, if I don't want it to hit the ground, I will introduce an equal and diverting force. As this is dropping, I will divert it, or I will push it away so it doesn't drop to the floor. So in other words, this law of gravity, by the use of certain techniques and principles, can be harnessed, can be changed a little bit, right? That's what you call physics. Interesting enough, you have this law of karma, which is already there. There's also a science on how to utilize this law of karma. In other words, you already have the law of gravity. It's already there. You might as well learn how to use it and not fight it, isn't it? Okay. For example, if you want to grow muscles, right? If you want to grow muscles, what do? You take certain weights and you lift. So you're utilizing gravity now to force your muscles to grow, so you can be healthier, you can be more fit. You don't complain, oh, this gravity, it's making everything heavy. No, you actually want to have some weight so that repetitive movement will cause something to happen. You're harnessing it. Same thing with law of karma. Law of karma, there's this science that harnesses it. It's called the golden rules, plural. The golden rules say this: the positive golden rule has a positive golden rule, and there's a negative golden rule. The negative golden rule says, whatever you don't want to come back to you, don't first give it out. Makes sense. There's already a law there that says whatever you throw out will come back. Well, if I don't want something to come back, don't throw it out in the first place. Right? The law is there. You say, okay, I want something to come back to me. I want to be loved. So the first thing I do is I give love. I want to be more prosperous. Let me be more generous. We didn't make up the law. The law has always been there. It's just smart of you to use this science that's already around. Now, success comes from what? Very simple. There's this law of karma already, right? You use your mind, your upper chakras, to understand the law, and you say, okay, now you use the heart. If I want to be more loving, I become more generous with my love. If I want to be more prosperous, I use my heart to be more giving resources and money to others. So whatever you want, you first give away. That's the manifestation of the heart. Now, the heart chakra is also the chakra of love and compassion. So, it's also based on the law of karma. If you don't want to be hurt, your heart chakra will also tell you, hey, don't hurt other people. If you don't want people to steal from you, the heart chakra says, don't steal from others. Do you understand? So by understanding pranic healing, understanding how the chakras work, you're able to harness this powerful law that's already in the universe and give yourself the success that you need. And, the interesting part? Once you know how to do it, your mindset is there, you can just keep repeating the things that work. Now, one thing people don't realize, and this is what Grandmaster Cho said, external obstacles are nothing compared to inner obstacles. You are your own limitation. If you think you cannot be done, it cannot be done. Your greatest limitation comes from within. If you think you can do it, you can do it. So let's talk about that. In order to understand it, you have to understand the nature of thoughts. There's this thing in pranic healing called pranic psychotherapy and pranic psychic self-defense. In those teachings, Grandmaster Cho explains to us that our thoughts are things. Right? There are authors that say thoughts are things. Let's make it more real. Rub your hands together. Press the center of your palms. Now, if you go like this, it should feel about the same, correct? Now have one hand like this. Look at your hand. Say the word apple to your hand 5 times. Go. Apple, 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 apple. Compared with the other hand. If you're sensitive, you notice this is slightly heavier, right? Now watch. The hand you said apple to, look at your hand, and in your mind, imagine a real apple in your palm, as clearly as you can. Okay, good enough. Now compare both hands. You notice this is heavier. Now watch. You go like this. Say disintegrate, 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 disintegrate. Try. Whoa, it feels the same. You know what happened? Every thought, every feeling, every intention we have creates a thought form. The easiest to understand it is like, it's almost like a hologram that sits somewhere in our aura. So how many thoughts do you create a day? How many positive thoughts do you create a day? And how many negative thoughts you create a day? So our aura is basically populated by these thought forms, good and bad, and some of them are inside the chakras. So here's the interesting part. If you keep thinking that something cannot be done, you're basically creating your own obstacles. So just imagine, these thoughts in your mind, you keep repeating in your head, you keep feeding it, so it sits in your aura. Every time you want to accomplish something, you want to attempt something, these thoughts are so strong, it will tell you, you cannot do it. We create our own problems. We create our own obstacles. But the opposite is also true. There's some people that they're really dynamic, they're very, very positive. You know why? Their aura is populated by positive thoughts. So every time they have a project, they're so used to getting things done, right? You heard the saying, nothing succeeds like success, because they already have an army of positive thought forms in their aura that's constantly pushing them towards success. Any project comes up, they think about it, yeah, let's do it. You get the idea? So if you think you can, because you basically think your way to success or think your way to failure. Now, you say, well, how do I get rid of the negative stuff? That's where the meditation twin heart comes in. Meditation on twin hearts come in. In the meditation twin hearts, as you bless the earth from your heart, you bless the earth from your crown. When these chakras get big, to allow the divine energy come down, not only does it utilize these two chakras, it actually goes through all our chakras and the entire aura. Okay? We allow ourselves to be the instrument, the channel, to bless Mother Earth. Well, guess what? The Mother Earth is huge with billions and billions and who knows, trillions of beings, right? When you say, Lord, make us an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Could you imagine the amount of energy that has to go through, keyword, through us to bless Mother Earth? So as that energy is going through, guess what happens? The thoughts, the emotions, the self-doubt, a lot of those are flushed out of our system. That's why it's very, very important when you do meditation twin hearts, you form the intention that whatever obstructing thoughts, ideas, hindering emotions that we have to becoming successful, be flushed out of the system. So the more you meditate, guess what? The clearer your mind becomes, the less obstructing thoughts we have in our aura. And that's the key to success. Because when the aura is clear, you can see clearly, right? When you make positive thoughts, when you create positive ideas, these are now your army of support that keeps pushing you towards success. And you start with a clean slate. You clean the energy field, then be positive, think of the success that you want, and go for it. Now, I'll leave you with one thought. One thing the Grand Master Cho said before to us was this. A lot of it also is your attitude. If there's a boulder in front of you, don't just stand in front of it. Go on top, go below, go left, go right, go around. If you can't go around it, last recourse, you blast through it. Never take no as an answer. If you want to be successful with anything, people who are successful look at the target, they stick to it, and never let go. All right? So I hope that helps you. Success is a manifestation of your spiritual practice and your spiritual development. As you do the meditation twin hearts, remember, do some stretching exercises before you meditate. Do the meditation, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. As you bless, don't just do it mechanically. Allow yourself to be a channel to flush everything out. At the same time, as you're fleshing things out, your heart is in helping and serving others. And after the meditation, you do your physical exercises again to assimilate the spiritual force. So the more you meditate, the more advanced you get, the more physical success and material success you will encounter. This is Acharya Stephen Ko, a disciple of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, wishing you a wonderful day and a wonderful life and a successful one. Atma, Namaste. Have a great day.
To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To my beloved teacher, Mahaguru, to our beloved teacher, Mahaguru Jimeling, thank you. To all the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, we thank you for your blessing. To our heart souls, thank you. From the heart of God to the heart of my teacher, Bodhisattva Meling, and to my heart, we touch your back heart, your crown, your soul, with divine love, with sweetness, with tenderness, with inner healing, with inner beauty, joy and happiness, with waves of love. Take a deep breath. Exhale, share this with the entire earth. Say with gratitude, respect and love, thank you. Okay, inhale the blessing. Exhale, share this with the entire earth. When I say inhale, not only the body, the soul must consciously absorb the blessing. You say, I am the soul. I am absorbing the blessing. Now inhale the blessing, exhale, share this with the entire earth. Inhale the blessing, exhale, share this with your family and with your loved ones. How are you feeling? Are you feeling very happy?
Yes.
May all of you be blessed with waves of love, waves of sweetness, waves of tenderness, waves of divine bliss, waves of divine ecstasy. It's so beautiful. Now, open your hand like this. Come on there, open your hand. Imagine the earth in front of you. Feel the waves of love, waves of sweetness, tenderness. Silently say, Lord God, make me an instrument of your peace. Allow your soul to be a channel for divine peace. Bless the earth with peace. Bless every person, every being with peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Bless the entire earth with peace, with love, and with forgiveness. Allow your soul to be a channel for peace, love, and forgiveness. So beautiful. Where there is despair, hope, doubt, faith. Bless the entire earth with hope and with faith. Especially people who are having a hard time. Imagine these people who are on the street, imagine people who have lost their job. Tell them, you can make it. May your soul be showered with hope and with faith. You can do it. Where there is darkness, light, sadness, joy. Bless the entire earth, every person, every being with light and joy. Especially people who are sad, people who are in pain. May they be blessed with light and joy and happiness. May they be blessed with inner healing. Say so be it. May all of you be blessed with waves of love, happiness, joy, and divine ecstasy. Let this manifest spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Take a deep breath. Exhale, share this with the entire earth. Maintain your awareness. Be aware of the waves of peace, waves of love, and waves of bliss. Concentrate on the crown. From the heart of God, let the entire earth, every person, every being, be blessed with loving kindness. Every being without exception. Every being with no exception. May every person, every being be blessed with loving kindness. We are all children of God, children of the Most High. We all make mistakes. May every person, every being be blessed with loving kindness, with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony and peace, with goodwill and the will to do good. Blessings be to all. Be aware of your heart and your crown. From the heart of God, may every person, every being be blessed with divine love, with warmness, sweetness, tenderness, with inner healing, inner beauty, divine bliss, divine oneness. Blessings be to all. You may put your arms down. Imagine a light on your crown. Feel the quality of the light. Feel the bliss. Meditate on the light, the mantra Om, and the stillness between the two Oms. Gently return to your body. Move your fingers Move your toes. Maintain your awareness of the waves of love, waves of bliss, and waves of happiness. Maintain your awareness of this great, great joy. Raise your hand. Maintain this awareness. Let the entire earth be blessed with light, love, and power, with peace, harmony, progress, joy, and happiness, spirituality, abundance, and prosperity. May every person, every being be blessed. So be it.
So be it.
Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Concentrate on your feet. Imagine light going down to Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth be blessed with light, love, and power. Let Mother Earth be healed, revitalized, regenerated. Let Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, and good earth. Blessings be to beloved Mother Earth. So be it, so be it, so be it. Now raise your hand up. Imagine your families, your loved ones, your parents also. Shower them with love. Feel the waves of love, sweetness, and tenderness. Direct them to your parents, your husband, your wife, your children. And your children. To your friends and co-workers. Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Put your hands together. By the way, can you just put your hand like this? Offer Mahaguru Mailing lots of love, gratitude, and respect, all the higher beings. Thank you for these priceless blessings. Thank you. May each one of you be blessed by God, by Bodhisattva Mailing, all the great ones, with the help of all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, and holy angels. May you and your family be blessed. As your heart desires, so be it, so be it. Tatastu, Tatastu, Tatastu. Blessings be to all. The session is ended. Go in peace.